Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. I will present about cables, their history, philosophy and future applications. Let's begin our journey. Cables have shaped human civilization since the 19th century. The first electrical cables allowed Samuel Morse to develop the telegraph, revolutionizing long-distance communication. In 1844, the Baltimore-Washington line transmitted the famous message, "What has God done?" making a new era of instant communication. In civil engineering, cables made groundbreaking projects possible. The Menai Suspension Bridge in 1826 introduced steel change in bridge construction. By the 20th century, bridges like South Korea's Mopo Bridge showcased the strength of cable engineering. Interestingly, modern cable bridges were inspired by living root bridges, which naturally distribute weight and last for generations. In Malaysia, the first cable-stayed bridge was the Likas River Bridge in 1972, located in Kota Kinabalu. Later, the Penang Bridge, completed in 1985, marked Malaysia's major use of suspension cables for large-scale infrastructure. These projects showed how cable supports not just structures but national growth and connectivity. The word cable dates back to 1205 from Old French and Latin roots meaning rope, lasso, and halter. It symbolized strength, connection, and the power to hold things together, both physically and metaphorically. In philosophy, cables symbolize human relationships and communication, binding us together like strands in a rope. In Islam, the Quran describes the rope of Allah as a lifeline of faith and guidance. Leaders also use cables metaphor. For example, the strength of a nation is like a chain. It comes from every member uniting as one. Cables have unique properties across mechanics, materials, structure, and electricity. They are strong, flexible, durable, and corrosion resistant. Structurally, they distribute loads efficiently while minimizing sag and vibration. Electrically, they conduct power, resist heat, and shield sensitive systems from interference. In science, cables are everywhere. In physics, they power particle accelerators and MRI machines. In biology, they transmit data in DNA sequencing and medical devices. In chemistry, they enable electrochemical experiments and reaction monitoring. Cables are truly the invisible lifelines of modern research and medicine. Looking to the future, cables continue to drive innovation. For example, hybrid fiber coaxial networks for high-speed internet, Meta's $10 billion undersea cable project connecting continents, smart cable system with AI monitoring, and also Malaysia's Stream submarine cable and the Sarawak-Singapore electricity project boosting both connectivity and renewable energy transmission. Cables are not just wires, but they are the backbone of tomorrow's world. I also initiated a free project based on decade strengths, creativity, activity, and service. And all of these involve my cohort mates as participants. For creativity, together with my cohort mates, we design cable bangles. This combine material science and structural engineering with art, showing how cables can be both functional and beautiful.
I'm Nasrin Sophia, and today I'll be talking about Nabilah's creativity project, which is TKCable bracelet, which is basically a project where we come as a team and come up with a kind of unique design that is not the same as others. So basically, we'll be provided with wires and beads, and The only thing in this situation is to use our creativity so that we can create something amazing like this, for example. So basically what I discovered is that cable is not only used for like things like in bridges or things that you see in everyday life, but it can also make pretty things like this jewelry, for example. So what I learned is that it's actually not that easy to come up with interesting design, and also it's not easy for you to manipulate the wires. So you need to be delicate, and also you need to be precise in holding it so that the design stays very consistent throughout the whole process, like for example this one. So what I plan to do in the future with the information I have now is basically to maybe create a work project where everyone can come together and create jewelry as beautiful as this, not just bracelets but earrings and also rings, for example, that we can only not share with others but even sell, which we can use as profit and maybe use for other work projects in the future. That's all for me.
For activity, my cohortmate and I took part in Flying Fox experience at Skytrax Melaka. This allowed us to feel the strength of cables in real life, giving us both excitement and practical understanding of how cable safety support lots.
We've been walking on the same page. I swear I saw it before. Darling, close your eyes this time. I know it's hard to trust. I know it's hard to fall in love with somebody else. But if we take our time, let the stars collide. And if you make your mind, promise you'll be fine. And let me hold you close for a summer night.
Hi, so today I'm here in Skytrax Melaka for Nabilah's activity strand, which is TK Cross and Fly. So what I've learned today is cables plays an important part in flying fox systems, and without it, the flying fox can't work because they need a cable. And what I've discovered today, that I successfully overcome my fear of heights, and I really enjoy playing all those flying fox and cable systems in this Skytrax. So what I plan to do in the future is I'll apply what I gained today, which is the knowledge of cables, and observe my surroundings. So bye. Thank you.
And for service, my cohortmates participated in exploring the role of cables in civil engineering, especially in bridges. This helped us appreciate both the technical and artistic aspects of how cables connect and support communities.
Hi, I'm BINTI. So I would like to tell you about what I learned from coming to Sri Wawasan Bridge today. So it's easy to tell that I didn't know how cables are so significant in the usage of doing a bridge like this. So what I discovered is that the structure of a bridge is needing a cable, and a bridge is not only made by concrete and steels, but it's also made by important cables such as this kind of cable here in Sri Wawasan Bridge. So what I'll do in the future is, as an engineer future, I'll use the idea of cables in structuring new tools and machines that will help other people in the future.
Through these 3 projects, not only did I learn, but I also encouraged my cohort mates to engage in creativity, activity, and also service, making the experience meaningful for all of us.